Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday the 28th of October 2021. I said earlier I might not be back if anything bad happened at the dentist. In fact, nothing happened. They took an x-ray and said we need to call in the big wig, so you've got to delay until Saturday. So I'm full of trepidation about that. But in that case, I do have a voice. And I am ready to play the Los Angeles Times expert level Sudoku game. And I should just jump straight in and tell you what I can see, because I can see something immediately. 6 looks like a common number. It's blocking across here and across here like this, giving me the first number of the evening. And it is evening here in Bangkok. Excuse me. All right. Anyway, that six just really jumped up at me. Also jumping up at me now are the 3s across here, the 3s across here, and the 3 up there, giving me a 3 to place in that square there. I see a 9 across here, a 9 across here, and a 9 up here, so that's going to give me a 9 to place there. Now I see a 2 across here and a 2 across here. That gives me a 2 there. And I see 2 blocking up here and 2 blocking across here, so that's going to give me a pair of 2s in these squares, which means 2 has got to be in one of these 2. We've got 2 blocking here, and so 2 must be placed there. Now this is a bit convoluted, but I see a 9 in this square here. Do you see it? No? Okay, so let me explain, just in case you haven't seen it. First of all, I'm going to do a lot on this side of the block, this side of the grid over here. So we've got 9 blocking across here and across here, right? Okay, so that means that 9 is in one of these 2 squares, and that will block across here. We have a 9 in this square blocking across here, so we've got just 2 options left, just this square or this square. Now we have a 9 blocking up here, which means the 9 will appear in one of these 2 squares, which will block down here. And so the 9 has to appear. Actually, I think I said there. I meant there, sorry. 9 has to appear in this square here. Or, could have just said maybe this 9 blocking this square, this 9 blocking these 3 squares, and then the 9 up here. 9 is going to block down here. Maybe that would have been an easier way to describe it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, whatever way, the same result. Now we have 4 blocking across here, including that square. That's twice I've jumped over that square. And 4 blocking down, so 4 is in that square there. Okay, I think I need to start cycling through the digits and seeing what I can see. So I see 1 is available in those 2 squares, and that's about it. With 2s, we have 2 limited to these squares here, down there, there, And that's all we know with threes. We have threes in these squares here, these squares here. That's it. For fours, we have fours in, there we go. There's a 4 blocking down here, right? So of course we've got 4 blocking across here, 4 blocking down there. So now I notice there's a 4 there. Also 4 will appear in one of these squares here. Four there. 4 here. Actually, I think that's also an 8, isn't it? Did I? Oh no, maybe not. Okay, that's about it then. So 5s. Ooh, 5 is a lonely number today. 6s. 6 here and here. Now earlier I said 4s, right? In these squares, 4s. So we've got 4 and 6, 4 and 6. So we know that 4 and 6 are a matching pair here. Now that we know that, is that going to help us get anything? So then we know the 8 blocks down here. So 8 will be in these squares and these squares. No, that's not much help. Let's think again. 4 and 6 are here. No, not a great deal. Even though we know that, it's not really helping very much. Okay, what was I doing? 6s. 6 in these squares here. 6 here. 6 there. Okay, don't have anything else, right? 7s. 7 is a pair in these squares. And that's about it. 8's a pair here. Nine's up here. And 9's up here. Okay, so at least we know that 9 is a pair across here as well. Right, that has to be 9 because we've got top and middle, so bottom row in this shoot. And also 9 is going to be a pair across there, so that seems to be in order. We'll come back and do that in a second. Pencil marks, I think. Let's try and if I can get any more before beginning pencil marks, then I will. So let's see if we can find anything else just before we begin, because really the fewer pencil marks that you put in, the better, really. So, what do I know? Sorry for the extended silence. A long playing silence. No, I really am not making any progress here without notation. I'm going to need to put in some pencil marks, so I will. Right, let's start with the ones then. Let's put in pairs, of course. Ones are available there. That's it. Twos are available, I mentioned before, up here. There. Okay, I'm just looking for pairs, so I know that that's one of these three, but it's not a pair, so we're going to leave it for the moment. Threes. 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks across here, so these two squares could be 3. 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks across here, so these two squares could be 3. 4 we know already in these squares here. 4 we can also see here because of this, this, and this 4. 4 blocking down here, 4 blocking down here, gives me a pair of 4s there. Okay, 5s. Can we do anything with 5s? Anything at all? No. Really not. Okay, 6s, well, we know 6s are matching pair there. Also matching pair here. I didn't notice that one before. 6, 6, 6 and 4. Okay. 6 is across there. Okay, now let's look at this. Let's examine this here, 4 and 6. Now we see 8's blocking down here and 8 blocking across here. So we know that 8's are going to be here. Also know that 8's are going to be up there. Over here, 8's blocking down here and 8 blocking down here. That's 8's there, which means that 8 is also going to be here. We've got a nice little kind of symmetrical, almost a symmetrical pattern going on here. Okay, so now you can see that we have 8's blocking, this 8 blocks this square, this 8 blocks this square up here, and then we have an 8 blocking up here. So we know in fact that that has to be an 8. Okay, now 8 blocking down here, 8 blocking up here, 8 across here will give us an 8 to place here in this square like that. I know I went out of order, I only got up to 6, but you know, if you see something, you should do it immediately, I believe. Now also we have 2 blocking down here. Oh no, it's not a pair. Sorry, I thought it was a pair. Total lie, sorry. So we would, I should probably just carry on with the 7s now then. So 7s, noisy outside. 7s, 7 blocks down here, so 7 is available in these two squares. Anything else that we can do? What about over here? I'm looking at this 4 and 6 now to see what else we can get. I know that 2 is over here, so we've got 8's over here, 2's over here. Not sure about other things though. Okay. Alright, so 8's have done, 9's now then, 9 blocks across here, 9 blocks across here. So 9 has got to be a pair in those squares there. 9 blocking up here, as we mentioned previously, so 9 is available in those two squares there. And 9 blocking up here and 9 blocking up here gives me a 9 to place there. Now, as I said before, that means that 9, because we've got the top and middle row, 9 is going to be available only in the lower row here, and we've got an intersecting 9, so 9 is available in those two squares there. Now I think I'm going to go back to 1s again and see if there's any changes have been made that could help us. Don't know, don't think so. 2s, let's see, anything happening on 2? Not really. 3s, grasping at straws here, as you can see. 4s, no, nothing else changed there. 5s, there's nothing happening on 5s, is there? Okay, 6s, still nothing much that we can do there on 6. 7s, I just looked at a moment ago, and still nothing else. So then, and of course 8s and 9s. So I'm just going to look again at these matching pairs and see if there's anything else that I can see. In fact, I'm just trying to think of where I should start. I probably should start in this bottom chute because this is the only place we've got a 5, right? and we don't have any other 5s around, so I think I'm going to start. And also this one here has 3 parts of a pair, if you know what I mean. 3 parts of a pair, what is that? A mini conference. Okay, so I'm going to start in this square here, and I'm going to work my way across this lower chute here. So 1 block's across here, so I'm going to put 1 into these squares. 2, 3 is done. 4 blocks down here, so we can say 4 is available in these squares like this. 5 is done now. 6 blocks down here like this, and so we have 6 available in these squares here. 7 and 8 are done. 9 blocks down. Oh, 9 is done as well now. Okay, so did we have any singles? No singles. Okay, but let's continue along here now. 1 blocking across here. So remember, this 4 and 6 is only 4 and 6. So 1 goes here. The 2 is not restricted at all here, so the 2 can go in any of those squares. 3 is done. 4 is done. Sorry. 5 blocks across here, so we've got 5 available in those 3 squares. 6 is done. 7 blocks across here, so 7 like this. 8 and 9 are done. Okay, so let's work our way over here. We've got the 1, 2 blocks down here, so 2 is in this right-hand column now. 3 blocks across here, so we've got 3 available in those squares. 4 is done. 5 blocks across this row, so we've got a little square of 5s there like that. 6 is done. 7 blocks across here, so we've got 7s in those squares. And 8 blocks across. Oh, 8 we've got already, so that's it. We have done the bottom chute now, and I see 2, 7 and 2, 3, 2, 7 and 2, 7 and a 2, 3 and 7. So I know that this has to be a 3, right? Because we've got a pair of 2 and 7 here, so that's got to be a 3, giving us a 5 in this square like this, and a 7 now, because that's a bi-value cell, of course. Now, I'll do a bit of candidate removal. Let's get rid of the 7 here and the 7 here, first of all. And this 3, let's get rid of the 3 there and the 3 there, since we can't use them. Now we've got 2, 7 and 4, 6. That looks to be good. Okay. This 5 means we've also got to get rid of the 5 there now, so now we're left with 2 and 8 blocking up here. But that isn't going to affect anything up here because we have already worked that out. And the same with the 4 and 6. It doesn't make any changes up here. We have 4 and 6 as a pair here now, so this 4 cannot exist any longer, and this 6 must also be removed. Okay, so that's it. 4 and 6 there, and we've got rid of any 4s or 6s already. Okay. What's left now? We've got 1, 4 and 6 in 3 squares now. 1, 4, 1, 4, 6 and 4, 6. So this 1 cannot now exist, and that must be a 9, and that will mean this can't be a 9, that must be a 9 here. Let's get rid of candidate 9 there. And also let's get rid of candidate 9 there where we can't use it now. So again, 1, 4 and 6, so we've got to get rid of the 1s there. And now we've also got to get rid of this 6, which will leave us with a single 2, and this must be a 3. Okay, and so the 2 now means this will be an 8. The 2 must be here. So I can get rid of these 3 2s now, leaving us just with the 2 there, 2 and 7. Right, what else? We've got 1, 4, 6 and 1, 4, 6 here. Okay, so this says 5 and 8. Well, we've got an 8 already, so it can't be an 8. This in fact is our 5 now, leading us to say this is a 1 and this must be our 8. Okay, so I think we made a lot of progress there. As I said, I suspected that this lower chute would yield good results, and I think that worked. Now, 3 blocks down here and 3 blocks up here. So I also know now that this is a pair of 3s. So whatever is left for this block is in these 2 squares. So the missing numbers are 5 and 7. Now we don't have any intersecting 5s or 7s, do we? No, we don't. So we'll put them in. Can't tell which is which. Now this is 1 and 3. This will also have to be a 1 or a 3. I'll just, oh, sorry, the wrong mode selected. I'll put in the 1 and 3 here just because I know that it's got to be that because we have 1 and 3 here. We've got 5 and 7 here. But we'll get back to that in a moment. And remember that it's incomplete, an incomplete block. Here we go. 3 blocks this square, actually. So, in fact, that does have to be a 3 there. Now, let's choose the right mode. That is a 3 there now. So, this, in fact, must be a 1, and this is a 3 there. Okay. What's left to do? Okay, so maybe I'll just highlight some numbers again and see what else has developed in the meantime. So now we have 1 blocking here. We know that 1 is in one of these 2 squares, and that will block across here, right? So 1 has got to be in one of these 2 squares now. 2, nothing changed about 2 really since we've done that. 3 is a completed number. Actually, I don't need to look at 3 anymore. 4, we can't do anything else on 4s for the moment. 5s, how did we get on 5s? Our lonely number, okay. So now 5 blocks here, so we now know that 5 is in one of those 2 squares, and that will give us a chance to say that 5 must be in one of these 2 squares here. Now this 5 blocks this up here, so meaning that 5 is not in this square here, right? 5 can't be here because of this 5, and the 5 here blocks up. So not here, not here. This has to be 5 because we need a 5 for this row. Now overrow to 9, so we'll put the 9 in now, and we then can say this must be a 9, and let's remove our candidate 9 there. One number to finish this row, it's a 1. That gives us a 1 in this square, and a 1 in this square. 4 here now, and we can remove candidate 1 here. The other missing number here is a 7 by the looks of it, so we'll put 7 there. Now we must know the missing number here. It says 6 as a candidate. In fact, it is a 6 because we've got everything else, 5, 7. We've got all the other numbers, so we know that is a 6, and we must remove our 6 from here. And down here, 6 is the last number in this block. So 4 in this by value cell, 6 in this square here, 4 here, 6 here. Okay, we're doing quite well now, almost home I think. What else do we need to know? Missing number here is 7 I think, so let's put the 7 in, and when we put that in we'll see that this can no longer be a 7, must be a 5. 7 goes there. Where are we now? This 1 blocks across here like this, and 1 blocks up here, so 1 is available in those 2 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. I knew it was there somewhere. 7 blocks up here, so this is now a 7. 4 here, 5 here. Okay, and now that we know that's a 5, 5 blocking across here, we don't have a 5 here yet, so 5 is in this square. This 7 gives us an 8 here, and a 7 in this last square in the block. 1, 2, and 8, is that right, the last numbers? Okay, so yeah, so we've got 8 blocking up here, 8 blocking up here, giving us an 8 to place there. 1 is only available in this square now, 2 is here. This square says that this can't be a 1 1 must be here. This 2 says that this can't be a 2, must be a 7. The 2 is here now. The 7 says that you're a 7. And the last number to get in this block is a 5, or this column, whichever way you want to look at it. 5 now gives us a 7 in this square, and to get our rainbow, a last number of 5. That's the Los Angeles Times expert level puzzle. Okay, reasonable game, I suppose. Nothing to write home about. Thank you very much for joining me again, and hope you have a nice Sudoku life. Thank you. Bye-bye.